Hello guys, my name is Marcin Koser and I'm hospitality crafter. So hello guys, today like I do promise as well, I was invited Alex from Mason Gin.
Hello, hospitality crafter.
Hello Alex.
Thank you so much for being here.
No, it's a huge my pleasure as well, mate. First time when I saw you cross my door as well in Head of the Steam Nottingham, I was thinking, what the man, what the style. And right now we can meet together and create something together.
Thank you so much, I'm honoured. Honoured to be here, thank you.
So basically Alex, you're representing one of the biggest British brand, gin. Would you like to tell something about it?
Yeah, so I'm from Masons of Yorkshire. You might have seen me walking around the streets of Nottingham, that weird guy with the moustache. Masons of Yorkshire is a family independently owned gin company. We actually started 6 years ago by husband and wife team Carl and Kathy Mason. We make 6 editions of gin. All of our gin is London dry in style, which basically means when we make the gin, we don't add any crazy flavors, we don't add unicorn tears, we don't add glitter, we don't add anything crazy, just good old fashioned Harrogate spring water. We make it in the London dry or the dry Yorkshire style. So we do 6 editions of gin. We do an original, we do a Yorkshire tea, we do a lavender, we do a peppered pear, we do an apple, and we do a world's first distilled slow gin.
Wonderful, because to be honest, lots of people don't really understand why the gin come to the Britain. And like I was check genesis of the gin as well. In the 16th century, the Henrik III as well was bring gin over the country as well, which was huge prohibition as well. And the gin was cheapest more than bread. So this is really like the people start drinking gin, but not do any of the mixers. They're drinking like the straight gin.
Just a pint of gin usually
Exactly.
is what they were drinking. Yeah, gin comes from Holland. They were making Geneva, which is basically a juniper-based spirit. We got to hear about it in the
So
UK.
Alex, do you think that the Geneva name as well was little belong to the British as well? So you make the shortest pernod like the gin?
Yeah, so, exactly. So Geneva is basically the translation of juniper. So most of the population, and especially in the late 1600s of the UK, they couldn't even read. So Geneva was far too foreign a word to pronounce. So Geneva went to Gen, and Gen was pronounced gin, and that's where it came from.
What the perfect name, especially
So
with the
where-
tonic as well.
Yeah, the tonic comes a bit later,
Yeah,
but that's where Dutch courage comes from. So
Yeah.
you might have heard that before. Dutch
Yeah.
courage. When you've had a few drinks, you get a little bit,
Dutch courage
yeah,
as well,
you get a
yeah,
bit
it's
braver,
exactly
your
as well.
inhibitions go.
Yeah.
That's because the Dutch soldiers.
So this is where the braving coming from as well.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. So the Dutch
Yeah.
soldiers used to get pissed on Geneva. You might have to bleep that bit out there, mate. And they used to go into battle, drunk, and the officers used to refer to it as having Dutch courage.
Not perfect, because like we all know as well, any different spirit as well is made from some reason. It's one thing is to make the people more happy, or two second things like we're doing in my channel or you're doing with your experience. We're crafting something like hospitality. But how will be us pubs looking, restaurant, if you don't have like the premium products? Like you bring your gin as well, which is absolutely amazing. But how you see your gin as well on the moment in the British market?
Yeah, so you've probably noticed that gin's gone through a little bit of a renaissance, a revival. That actually happened in 2009 because a 200-year-old law was changed. So the guys at Sipsmith Gin actually fought a legal battle with HMRC and changed the whole landscape of gin in the UK. So you could craft distill in small batches. Before then you had to do it in 1800 litres or above. So when the guys at Sipsmith changed it, they did it for their own purposes, but inadvertently changed the whole landscape of gin forever.
Yes.
So now, 10 years later, we have this whole smorgasbord of gin, everything from your London Dry Classic to Cherry Bakewell Tart and other glittery kind of styles, sweetened stickies.
Yeah, it sounds good as well, but like you know me as well. With the sweet stuff as well, I love my wife and daughter. With the other stuff as well, I can always mix with some sweet mixers as well. But the flavors is absolutely amazing. Your flavors is basically what you expect as well. So it's always on balance. So how you make this balance as well? So for example, because gin, like the premium spirits, have between 35 to 40 ABV, alcohol by volume. And to be honest, when you're making the gin as well, did you put any flavors on the end of the process, or you doing from beginning? How is looking really?
Yes, so you're a man's man, so you like your stuff dry and strong, good flavour. So when we make our gin, the London Dry style actually means that all of the flavour of our gin comes from the distillation process. So when it's distilled, when we actually have the product, when we have the gin, we add nothing but water. So we have 10 botanicals in Mason's Original. So fennel is one of the key botanicals, as well as juniper, coriander, cardamom, Szechuan pepper, which gives it that really nice peppery note, but also the fennel gives it an anise flavour, which is really, really interesting. You might like it because it has that kind of, almost a little bit like grappa kind of flavour.
Grappa as well.
You know, and a grappa's more made with grape. We start with a neutral wheat grain. Should we have a little nip,
Yeah,
Martin,
we
just
do
to
as well.
make sure that it's
Definitely.
really gin in here? Because
talking about the spirits and don't even try the spirits,
You
it's
know-
like going to strip club without the strippers.
yeah, it's like looking at the menu but not ordering. You know, exactly. So you at Hospitality Crafter, you know, you don't mess around. So
It's absolutely perfect.
chin, gin.
It's beautiful flavor, guys, as well. I can highly recommend as well. Whatever this guy's doing as well is absolutely fantastic. And it's not just because as well I know Alex, as like I say, started working from the head of the team, is because the guys have the passion and have the knowledge about the products, which is the very important. When you try to sell something, for example, gin, you need to know exactly where it come from and how to make this gin. And this guy is absolutely amazing with his knowledge as well.
Thank you, sir.
So Alex,
Thank you.
chin,
Cheers.
chin again.
Cheers. Cheers to that. Yeah, us at Mason's, we make traditional gin, and we make it the old school way, and we are Yorkshire's first gin company. So 6 years ago, there was no Yorkshire gin until Carl and Kathy Mason decided to make it. So
when you're taking the water as well to your drink, because it's also very important. For example, when you make like the craft beers and of the beers, the quality or the taste of the beer is regarding your water, that is the soft water, or for example, like the dry water. Because in Dublin, you have the dry water, so you can make like the nice Guinness.
Guinness tastes different, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, so-
Same in London, for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
example. The water is more hard. But when you're looking on the Barton on the Trent, water is more soft as well. So it's more like the nice IPA, more like the fruity style beer, which will be going more soft as well, more smooth.
Yeah, man.
Which water are you
So
using?
we use Harrogate spring water, demineralised. So Harrogate is a spa town, old school. If you've never been to Harrogate, get there because it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
So your next trip as well then?
Yeah, mate, we'll do a video there, shall
Yeah,
we?
we can do it, why not as well?
So we use Harrogate demineralised though, so the minerals aren't in there. So, but it's still a very, very smooth taste, and it's you know, you're making a Yorkshire gin, it's got to have Yorkshire water in there.
And Alex, just one of the questions as well. So basically, you are Mason ambassador as well, and you personally prefer drink gin by just the self as well, or you prefer to use any of the mixers as well, or you also can recommend any maybe good cocktails that someone can use your gins made?
Absolutely. I mean, martini straight away, classic dry martini with a twist, or dirty with olive. The Mason's range, especially the Yorkshire Tea edition, makes a fantastic Negroni. A little bit of orange bitters or rhubarb bitters in there if you're feeling a little bit saucy.
I think
It's
that
the
we have
weekend,
even like the wheat Negroni as well. So.
But yeah, I mean, my personal taste is old school. I like my G&T. I like it dry. I like it strong. Fever Tree is one of the big mixers that we use, but we also use all of the main brands. So you've got Fentimans in there. You've got Franklin and Sons. You've got Double Dutch. You've got even the Schweppes. They did the 1783 with their more
Schweppes is
premium-
also right. The people forgot as well.
They did a
it's one of
premium
the
version
basic stuff as well
for a long
which is for
time.
a long time as well, which is also proved the market.
For a long time, gin and tonic was Gordon's and Schweppes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But Fever Tree Classic.
With these two things, I don't like just the second. So
Yeah. You don't like Schweppes?
no, Gordon's as well. No,
Oh, really? No. We
no,
love
not for the Gordon's people. Don't nothing
We
personal.
love Gordon's here. Right,
We
so
do as well.
let's make you a proper G&T, man. So
Certainly.
gin is one of those things. The colder it is, the better it tastes. You're gonna get more of that flavour.
So, for example, because like you guys probably know as well, I'm originally from Poland, and in Poland, very important is drink vodka, like frozen one. You need to look like the liquor syrups as well. It's the same with gin. So the more colors, or also other stuff, Jägermeister.
Yeah.
The colors you're drinking, the better it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because gin, like you know, also guys as well, is a beautiful aperitif and also digestive as well. What does it mean by the aperitif? You can drink before your food, and like digestive, you can drink after the food as well.
And during the food.
And
Just,
during
just
the
don't
food,
stop
yeah,
drinking.
So,
is
so
what I
mix
agree.
together as well.
For me, yeah, exactly right. This is 42%. This will not freeze. So you can keep your gin in the freezer. just like you would a really nice Polish vodka.
Yeah.
And when you pour it, it's like viscous, it's like thick, it's almost like a syrup.
So basically, I need to invite you to my house as well to drink one of my vodka to have the room to your gin as well.
Absolutely.
What a challenge, mate! What a challenge!
Absolutely. So obviously we could put a bit more gin in there because we need to, because you know you got to have plenty of gin. So everybody's seen Fever Tree. This is 200 mils. For me, this is far too much to put in a single gin measure.
So
Half
what do
of
you
this
recommend? What do you recommend? 100 milliliters is the best as well.
I think, you know, 2
Because,
parts
guys,
gin to 1 part mixer.
Yeah,
is my
exactly. It's the
personal
best
thing,
as well.
not
Same
other
with the
way around.
mixology guys as well. Remember, when you have like the basic cocktails as well, and you sometimes doing like the double. So double in Britain is like the 50 ml. Don't put too much mixer as well because completely you lose first things gravity of the drinks, and second one you don't will be drink like the proper spirits flavors. You'll be drink like the more mixed flavors as well.
You're very right, yes. I mean, that's perfect for me. We've got a double shot of gin. We have 1 part mixer there. We don't mess around at Hospitality Crafter.
No, we never
right.
do as well.
We need a little bit of garnish for this now, so I've got a beautiful orange here and a vegetable peeler. All I need is the skin, the zest. I don't want anything else in my drink. I don't want any of the citrus unbalancing my drink.
Yeah.
So
It's
all
like,
I'm
you know,
gonna get-
from the zest as well is going the more flavors. Same, for
Oh,
example,
yeah,
like you're
vertical
cooking
oils.
as well, you're using the zest as well.
So, you see this? Skin side, open end, give it a zest. If you're feeling saucy marching,
Yeah, you can
also
put it
rim the
around,
glass.
yeah.
And you know, it's the weekend, you have a bit of fun. Give it a bit of a twist. I drop that in there, I do it again. So, this is a good one to do with the kids. You can have the peel, the kids can have the orange. Everybody's happy.
Anyone happy as well. What is the
can
important
have
as well?
gin.
Like, yeah.
That's my opinion, not Mason's Yorkshire Gin's opinion. That's my own.
Exactly. Not also my guess, remember.
Yeah.
Challenge 25, not even 20.
Yes, don't drink, kids. Right,
So guys,
here we are.
Alex,
That's for you, sir.
oh thank you. So Alex, thank you so much for the great presentation. And I'm sure as well that every single person who just watching the YouTube as well will be so interesting why this guy is doing this job as well also. So why are you doing this job as well? Do you have something like you starting before in hospitality? Do you running any of the restaurant as well, bars? Because go to the ambassador is quite big things as well. You need to collect the knowledge by the previous years.
Let's drink and we chat.
First drink, chin chin.
Cheers, Hospitality Crafter. Cheers,
Cheers,
everybody.
Alex.
Chin chin.
Cheers, Mason.
Ooh. My word. Beautiful. So,
Absolutely gorgeous.
it's good, huh?
It's good.
Nice drive,
Beautiful.
nice mixer, a little bit of zest in there, just opens it up.
Yeah, the zest is open the flavors as well, really. So.
It's beautiful. To answer your question, I was working in bars my whole life. I travelled to Australia, did the working holiday visa, worked in Australia, worked in New
So
Zealand.
2 years and back.
Yeah, but a little bit more.
So maybe like you do after the Brexit.
Yeah,
2 years
exactly.
ago.
Yeah. You just do what you do what you like. Don't worry about it. And I got into hospo from that, and really just really enjoyed that side of things. And you meet a lot of great people. You meet basically a new family when you work in a bar.
Yes, certainly.
Because you sell. You know, working in a bar isn't easy. You sacrifice a lot of social time with your family. A lot of birthdays, Christmas, all the cool days of the
Special
year.
weekends.
Weekends, you work 60, 70 hour weeks, especially if you're a manager, you only get paid for 40, 45. You know, working in a bar ain't the easiest
Independent
job.
of compound, of course.
You know,
Yeah,
but generally,
yeah,
you know,
generally,
we're talking
generally,
real
yeah.
hospo crafter here. So, you know, working in a bar ain't easy, but you meet an amazing group of people.
Exactly,
and
which
you
have
learn.
one passion as well, which for me is, when I started working hospitality when I was 15, was like, wow, I'm quite a social person, I can meet new people as well. The other people also can share the knowledge as well, so I can become better. So like you told me right now as well, whatever make you the person right now was a fault as well.
No, everything I did in my life is work-wise has made me who I am. You know, being confident, being able to do public speaking. I do gin events, gin talks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was just a shy
Yeah,
guy. Working in a bar, you meet a
It's
lot
make you
of different
confidence as
people.
well, yeah, it's make you confidence as well.
You talk to ladies.
So
you
guys,
can be
also
happy.
remember, if you're not confident as well, go make a few shit with us as well,
just
and
drink.
we repair and we're building your confidence as well.
On that note, sir, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much as well.
Here's to Hospo Crafter. We'll see you next time.
So guys, always remember, subscribe to my channel as well, and next week I will be have meeting with one of the pub's owners, which is the Tony from Flying Circus. Is also the person which has give me the job, one of the first in the Britain. So cheers guys.
Chin chin. Cheers.
Thank you. Hello guys, my name is Marcin Koser and I'm Hospitality Crafter.